Good. Stand right here.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. I'm looking at this camera.
Anywhere, man. They don't have to look at you.
Yeah.
Look at their cameras, too.
Appreciate that, really.
Defense has been playing pretty well all season, but do you feel like maybe as a team, your guys are kind of on the verge of a breakthrough right now?
Definitely. I definitely do. We really thought we had last week. And, obviously not to look too far into the past because it's a new league, but it's hard. A lot of people don't understand that college football. To put together a week of practice, a body of preparation each week, and then go out and perform that each Saturday is a very hard thing to do. You can have the best week of preparation ever, but you got to go out there and execute. And we're just learning how to execute that and just on both sides of the ball and do that for all 4 quarters. So.
When you look at Rutgers, do they seem more like a running team, pass team, balance? How would you kind of characterize their offense?
I would say they're more balanced, but they kind of tend to run a little bit more. But they do take their shots as far as the pass game, and they do got some guys, some explosiveness on the outside. So I wouldn't say they're just they do have like the physicality to be a run team, but I wouldn't say they're just a run team. So.
Doing something on Jay Toya. I heard that he bought popcorn and drinks for you guys at a movie during training camp. Do you remember that? And
I do.
What was that like to have a teammate do that for the whole team?
Yeah, I mean that's cool. I personally didn't get any popcorn or drinks. I was chilling. I think we saw the movie like 8 a.m. or something. So
Okay.
I was like, I'm not gonna eat that. But yeah, I mean, that just kind of shows how much of a team player, how much of a selfless person Jay is. So, and I'm not surprised about that.
What was the movie?
Fall Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with what is his name? You know what I'm talking
Wasn't
about.
like Channing Tatum in that or something?
Not Channing Tatum, but the other pretty
no.
boy. The
Gosling.
other pretty boy.
Oh,
Ryan Gosling. Yeah, there you go. That
Okay.
one, yeah.
Okay. Was that
Yeah.
while y'all were in Woodland Hills, or was that?
No, that was right here.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that was right here in Westwood. Yeah.
How would you describe your role in this defense, through the midway point of the season?
Yeah. Really, I feel like I'm a pivotal player in our defense a lot of times. I feel like, obviously I think our linebackers are the big, strength of our defense right now. Linebackers in the front seven. But we are trying to, as far as like my role in the back end, like we are trying to like really start to make plays. Especially we put a big emphasis on that throughout practice. Batting down balls, trying to pick balls off, always punching toward the ball. But I think as far as my role specifically, I personally think I'm trying to become a very good lockdown cover guy as far as in the slot, because that's something that's very hard to do. Just because normally the guy you're covering has a two-way go. So I think I'm definitely a cover guy. I'm trying to be a better cover guy. My goal is to be one of the best cover guys in the country. And I come out here and practice, and I do that every day, and try to be my best every day. As far as doing that, obviously coming down, blitzing, covering, being in zones, filling gaps. Like I feel like kind of as a nickel, you kind of got to do it all. So that's kind of my role.
What improvements have you seen from the secondary as a whole this season?
I would say playing together and communicating. I think throughout camp, we obviously had new guys, we had transfers, right? So we had to come in and learn the system, right? So I think throughout spring and throughout camp, we were kind of learning the system and learning the communication, learning the calls. And I think right now we're at a space where we all know each other, not only on the field, but off the field as well. So I think that's just added to the communication and the knowing where we are, knowing what we want to do, and knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, and using that to go out and execute. So, yeah.
How does that play out in game? Like, do you kind of like knowing the familiarity with other guys, like knowing where they're going to be on certain plays and that sort of thing?
I mean, I'll be in one corner, for example, like Kalen, like I'll know, like, hey, hold on, run this back, because I don't want to say that. Run this back. Depending on who I'm with in the field, you know what I'm saying, I know whether or not we want to play this technique or that technique.
Sure.
And just knowing enough, having that familiarity with each other, like we know, hey, as soon as this happens, go to this, or when this happens, go to that. So it's very easy and it runs smooth, because a lot of offenses, like they're going fast, or they might even go slow, and they'll just start off doing a bunch of motions pre-snap. So you kind of got to know that beforehand, because you don't want to just be out there,
Right.
running around and
Trying to yell stuff to each other when it's already happening.
You don't want to feel there's already enough anxiety covering somebody,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to add to it by not knowing what you're doing pre-snap. So yeah.
Have you always been a DB or played anything else in high school?
Yeah, no, high school I played running back, receiver. I just play like all positions on offense, and then I played safety, and I also played a little bit of corner in high school. So I didn't really start playing true safety nickel until my sophomore year of college. So yeah.
When you reflect back on the decision to come to UCLA, what was it about this situation?
Situation here.
Just the situation here, yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like it was a good opportunity. I really, just the whole 6-year idea for me was another year of development, another year of, and that means development like physically, mentally, spiritually, all that. So I think for me, coming out here, it kind of forced me to grow up, you know what I'm saying? Because I was at Georgia Tech, I'm from Atlanta, so I was very familiar. So coming out here, new place, Cali, it's a lot of things to take in. Great school, great facility, great academics. That's something that's always been important for me. So I just felt like it was a good place to grow up, you know what I'm saying? Get in a little uncomfortable situation and just kind of figure out who I am as a person.
What are some of the things that you do to like find your center, especially in this season that hasn't really gone
For sure.
according to plan?
Being process oriented, understanding that results are results. Like I talked about earlier, like you can have the best week of prep, but you still have to go out and execute, and sometimes it may not go your way. So being process oriented, I think that like having a positive attitude too, because if your attitude and your mindset's not right when you come out on the practice field, like a lot of times that will stop you physically from doing what you need to do. So I would say process oriented, being positive, and I love the beach. I go to the beach all the time. When I gotta clear my mind, I'll go there, chill out, read, get on the blanket, whatever. So I would say those 3 things.
Any book recommendations from Josh Swift? He seems to be like the main
He gave
leader.
me Energy Bus. But me and Swift are always going back and forth with stuff like that. We're very similar, I'd say, like in mindset. So I'll say, yeah, the one book recommendation he did. No, matter of fact, he gave me Energy Bus, and then he also gave me Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. So yeah, 2 good books.
Being a Atlanta native, are you a Braves fan?
Yeah, I'm a big Braves fan. Yeah.
Did you talk to DJ about his dad? Have you talked to DJ
Yeah,
about his dad?
I've spoken to DJ a couple times about it. I love Braves games. It's probably my favorite Atlanta sports game event, actually, because the Benz is cool, and like obviously playing there a couple times, like I love playing in there, but I feel like, I don't know, I ain't been back. Falcons is doing kind of well right now, so the Falcons games are alright, but I love going to like SunTrust, doing the Battery and all that stuff.
Up
So
by Marietta.
yeah, I love that. So yeah, I talked to DJ a couple times about that.
I guess his dad played there probably before you were born, though, right? So
Yeah. A long time ago. Yeah, a long time
Okay.
ago. For sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you.